The money decisions you make in your 30s will echo for decades. What if the biggest financial decision you'll ever make isn't buying a house or investing in the stock market? What if it's something much quieter, something that happens every month, every payday, without feeling like a decision at all? Most people believe wealth is built through one or two big moments, but in reality, it's usually shaped by hundreds of small choices that barely get noticed. And your 30s are where those choices start to compound, for better or worse. Imagine someone named Sarah. She's 34 and lives in Chicago. She has a stable office job, earns about $85,000 a year, and after taxes and deductions, she brings home roughly $5,300 each month. On paper, she's doing well. Her rent is $2,000. Her car payment is $550. Student loans take another $400. Utilities, insurance, groceries, and subscriptions add around $1,200. A few dinners out, weekend trips, online shopping, and coffee runs easily consume another $700 or $800. By the end of the month, there's almost nothing left. Sarah isn't irresponsible. She's simply living the way modern society quietly encourages people to live. Now imagine someone else. James is 35 and earns almost exactly the same amount. His apartment isn't quite as new. His car is reliable, but 5 years old. He still travels, still enjoys weekends with friends, but he doesn't automatically upgrade every part of his life each time his salary increases. The difference between Sarah and James isn't income, it's the decisions they normalize. This is where many people misunderstand personal finance. They think financial success comes from earning more, but earning more only increases your options. Your habits decide which option becomes your future. One of the biggest financial traps during your 30s is something economists call lifestyle inflation. Every raise quietly becomes permission to spend more. A nicer apartment, a newer SUV, better vacations, premium subscriptions, furniture upgrades. None of these purchases feel reckless on their own. They're completely reasonable. That's exactly why they're dangerous. Let's do some simple math. Suppose every salary increase leads to an additional $600 in monthly spending instead of saving or investing. That's $7,200 every year. If that amount were invested instead, earning an average annual return of around 8% over 30 years, it could grow to roughly $815,000. The interesting part isn't the investment return. It's the decision that happened before the investment ever existed. Most financial outcomes aren't created by investment strategies. They're created by spending habits. And psychology explains why. Humans naturally adapt to improvements. The first week in a luxury apartment feels exciting. A few months later, it feels normal. The same happens with a new car, expensive clothes, or premium gadgets. The satisfaction fades surprisingly fast. But the monthly payment stays exactly the same. This is called hedonic adaptation. Our expectations rise faster than our happiness, so we chase the next upgrade, believing it'll finally feel different. Usually, it doesn't. Social comparison makes this even harder. Your coworkers get promoted. Friends buy homes. Someone on Instagram posts another European vacation. Without realizing it, your definition of normal slowly changes. The goal stops being financial security. It becomes avoiding the feeling of falling behind, and that's expensive, especially during your 30s, because this decade often includes mortgages, marriage, children, career changes, aging parents, and larger financial responsibilities. Every fixed monthly payment reduces your flexibility when life inevitably changes. People often think wealth is about owning more. But financially intelligent people tend to think differently. They don't ask, "Can I afford this payment?" They ask, "What is this payment preventing me from doing 5 or 10 years from now?" That question changes everything. A lower monthly expense isn't just money saved, it's freedom. Freedom to change careers, freedom to move cities, freedom to take time off when life demands it, freedom to invest consistently instead of reacting to every financial surprise. Real wealth rarely looks exciting from the outside. It often looks like someone driving an older car, saying no to unnecessary upgrades, and quietly building options that nobody else can see. Because wealth isn't measured by what your paycheck can buy today. It's measured by how many future choices your current decisions preserve. Your 30s won't determine every part of your financial future, but they will establish patterns that become increasingly difficult to reverse later. Not because change is impossible, but because habits become identities, and identities tend to stick. The good news is that awareness comes before change. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Sometimes the smartest financial decision is simply recognizing which monthly expenses are buying genuine value and which are only buying temporary validation. That difference may not feel important this month, but over decades, it can become the difference between constantly needing your next paycheck and eventually having the freedom to decide whether you need one at all. If you enjoy calm, practical conversations about money and the psychology behind it, consider subscribing for more videos like this.